Hey there, War Gamers, Justin the Iron Painter here, and we are now live. For those of you who tuned in early, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And it looks like we had a sub from old Frankie Fresh coming in. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. It puts us at 32 for the month. I know that you've not been able to make it as frequently lately because you've been back to work. But, how is work going? As much as I like you guys hanging out, I like when you guys are doing well even better. So I hope work is going well, and perhaps you've been able to get some hobby time in. I saw a post you made where I think it was your Blood Angels fighting against Thousand Suns, Zinch, Demons. I know there was a Magnus, so I did see that. Was that at a shop, or was that you playing against yourself, or with someone else? Nose running. Alright, so for anyone who's hanging out early, I've got some updates to show you for some things I got built and got some 3D parts printed for, namely some stuff for my Star Wars Legion. I did get some updates on one of my BattleTech on my BattleTech buildings. I'm into 6 of the 10, I think, that had to be fixed. Maybe 7 of the 10. I think 7 of the 10 have been fixed. So I've got 3 more to go, and then I will be able to start working on designing a new building instead of fixing old buildings. So I want to make an air traffic control tower and some Quonset huts to count as hangars for airplanes. That's what I want to do, but gotta get the other ones fixed first. What's up, Lando? How you doing, man? How is Mr. Lando? Am I frozen? I mean, it's showing me on my end. Okay. So we are back. Cool. Nice. Yeah, you've been building the Space Wolf guys. The Space Wolf guys. Okay, let's get some of these out of the way. Got a little tech deck. That's my fidget spinner here. But I have been building fun. I just glued some resin to plastic yesterday. Ooh. Hey Nox Geek, how you doing? How's life treating you? So I've been assembling some of my Star Wars Legion here, and I've got some of the upgrade models for the Phase 1s, the upgrade kits, and then I've got some Phase 2 troopers here I've been building. So that. Nice! Very cool. Oh, I guess it's the same guy. I just grabbed 2 of the same one. Derp. I have 3 units of the Phase 1 upgrades. I like this guy. He looks really neat. He's got that backpack on him. I think that's really cool. And then we got the little Gatling cannon guy. That's probably not what it sounds like, but it's very cool. Also got a backpack on him. I like it. And then a variety of basic little troops. I think these are the Phase 2s, and this is the Phase 1 upgrade, I think. And then got a mortar. He's carrying around with him. Let's move that around. Yeah, so I think that's the phase 1, like, sergeant guy or something. Nick, that's good to hear. I'm glad you're making some hobby progress. Gotta figure out what your next move is. Got some ARC troopers. Sounds like you gotta take a trip to the store and pick up some more Necro Bros. There's a mortar in action. He's not putting a traditional mortar. It looks like he's putting a thermal detonator in there, but still doing what they do. Another one of the ARC troopers posing. Pew, 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 pew. Well, that's good. Never a shortage of orcs. Let's see, did I show this pose already? I think I did. The dog is going crazy. I got a little kneeling pose. Pretty cool. I love the ARC troopers. They look super sick. Hey, Big J, what's up, man? How you doing? If you guys are following Big J Customs, pop it over, hit that follow button, show some hobby love. Alright, so let me maneuver some of these guys here. This guy's kind of cool. He's got a big old backpack and he's got a little pouch. Kind of neat. Yeah, somebody at the door. Thanks, Dragon. I'll grab some treats for when I get up. Alright, I've got more in here, but the poses kind of duplicate. So there's really no reason to show you all these models, but I do have a couple more ARC troopers to pull out and show you. I think they turn out really, really cool. I found some files on Thingiverse for adding the exhaust packs to their or exhaust things to the jump packs, because they were going to have you use these clear stands, which are very similar to the jumpy dudes from the Primaris, where you have to glue them. You have to glue this, but this ball sits in it. It doesn't socket in, so you have to position it and glue it, and it's not ideal. So I found a guy selling STLs that he made for engine exhaust. So I printed those out and put the ARC troopers on that instead, and I think that looks really, really cool. And so the whole unit's on those. And that guy shooting this way, and this one shooting that way. So, and then that's two of the ARC trooper jumpings. I have two of each, but those, 1, 2, and then this is the third guy. I got the jumping guy with the sniper rifle. So, pretty neat. I like them. So I'm not sure when I'll get around to painting these, but I did get them built. So my clones for Star Wars Legion have some expansions. Yeah, there's a lot of guys that I've seen that do Star Wars Legion stuff. I've bought a few files for personal printing, just to have them because they look cool, but I don't have a lot of the base game stuff. So I haven't, I don't do a lot of printing because I don't have the cards for the game, and I could find them online and print them, but outside of Games Workshop, I do play, or have played in events and such for tabletop gaming, so I'm pretty particular about having official stuff. I'll use a third party as long as I have the official stuff to back it up in the event somebody has an issue. So I printed out a few Mando things that I've bought, but I have not printed out whole units. There's some really cool ARC Troopers and stuff that I've seen, but I haven't bought those and printed them because at the time I didn't have ARC Trooper cards or stat cards or any of that. Now that I do, I'm more open to buying third-party stuff to augment my units, so I have more poses and such. Mostly because I have official ones in case anyone ever complains, and I've got official cards, so I'm not, air quotes, cheating anyone. For casual play, no one's going to care, but because I may play in a Star Wars event at some point, I want to make sure I've got, everything taken care of, so it's never a problem. I do the same thing with 40K, not that I'm ever going to play in an event for that, or a tournament, because I don't care to for 40K, but anytime I do something crazy, I've always got some kind of stand-in or something I can grab, and put in if somebody has a problem with basing or whatever. So, Nick, I haven't finished it yet. My Mando build's been a little bit on hold. We have been printing parts. I printed the bracers the other day. I got to print the hand guards. I made foam ones, but the print files look better, so I'm going to print those. We're waiting on a bigger printer to come in. I'm going to print one of my leg plates, and then I'm going to print a helmet, and I'll finish both. But if the printed one looks better than my foam one, then that'll be the costume one, and my foam one will just be for funsies that I finished. But yeah, I've still got all that stuff. Oh no, it wouldn't. I spent way too much money on it to let it die. I spent a lot of damn money on that shit. Now, I've also got Anakin here. And I've got Padme. I've got extra Padme floating around too. I ended up getting 2 of them, one for Christmas, and I bought one not knowing I was getting one. So if anyone here needs one, let me know. I'll hook you up with a deal. Especially if you're going to buy anything from DRD, we can just put it in the same box. But yeah, that's the minis updates I've been working on. I don't have any updates from my Star Wars Legion stuff yet. Or not Star Wars Legion, my Battletech terrain, because all I've been working on is fixing scaling issues, and that's kind of boring. I do have one of the buildings, 2 buildings. I have a couple of the buildings with me in my box of prototypes, but they look just like the other ones, just a little bit smaller. So, but anyway, that brings us to the point of today's stream. We're going to be working on trying to get ever closer to finishing our bust. Oh, I spilled water trying to put this over there. My mix are all in the way. I got a whole bunch of mix on my desk here. As soon as this bust is done, we'll probably get back to painting some Battletech, or maybe my Legion, and bounce around a little bit. We'll see. We will see. But on that note, as always, if you guys have been getting any hobby progress on this week that you'd like to share with us, I highly encourage you to throw up some photos. Check out our Facebook or Discord. That'd be a great place to throw some photos up. And, or, all 3 if you want. If you've got an Instagram, throw up some photos, grab a link, share it with us, or tag me in the Instagram post as well. That would be great. Variety of options to connect with us with. Alright, so Friday we left off working on the runes and gems and stuff in old boy's hair. So we got to start figuring out what we want to do for some of the other little beads and such. We got these stones that I was going to do a little bit of a blue glow on them, which that should be easy to try and tackle today. I have been bouncing around a little bit, so I'm not sure exactly where I want to go on him next, or where I want to continue working. I was having fun the other day working on the metallics. I'm not sure if I want to jump into that because I've been heavily handling the shoulders and such, and I'd rather not mess anything up. The flake, yeah. Where do we want to go? We've got a few areas we can work on here. Some beads. here and here. I think knocking those out's probably not a bad idea. Okay. Excuse me. How's the custom Funkos been going? Good. You been keeping busy with commissions? Yeah, I've been looking to throttle back. I bought too much stuff. It's cool. I like collecting stuff, but like there's just not enough room. Funko Pops are not like trading cards, you know, take a lot of space. Yep. All right. Let's mix up some paint here. Yeah. I made some posts on my Facebook to see if anybody was interested before I go to eBay. I got a few that are worth a few dollars. I got some that are, you know, like probably like the $5 bin. But a couple of these, like the Hot Topic Falcon's got some value to them. I can't remember if the Iron Man without his helmet at the end of Endgame's worth anything. I know the Iron Patriot I think is worth something. The Amazon War Machine I think is worth something. The rest of those are probably in the, like less than $15 range. I mean, that cable might be worth something. But I mean, none of the ones I'm looking to move are particularly expensive. It's just space. Yeah, I thought about that too. Ah, stupid phone. Hey, Zombie Brush, what's up, man? How are you holding up? How's the painting going? And yeah, Nick, the other cool thing about busts and things like this is they're a nice palette cleanser. If you can keep your patience in check. My patience is struggling. Definitely. Let's see here. And my sinuses today are acting up. Yeah, man. That's an interesting looking Necron over there. It's an Orc Shock Attack gun. Very cool. I think they're going to match the stuff that Wheels got from me pretty well, man. She looked pretty good. I figured you were. But yeah, man, these look great. I hope you've been having fun working on them, and, you know, hopefully didn't stress too much. They're Necrons. Shouldn't have to stress too much over them. Yeah. Saw that little baby, I don't know what we're calling him. This Yoda race Mando guy. Good. Oh, so it is Grudge. I should have just read. Derp. Yep. Yep. 3D print. So many people are are doing cool sculpts. It's definitely blowing up. Yeah, we went from 0 to 100 real quick, so to speak, at the shop. We've got we had a 3D printer. We just don't really count it because it's not as easy to use. But we got 4 resin printers and 3 FDM printers, really in really quick succession. And we're looking at getting another FDM printer, a 4th one that can do some bigger stuff. So we got things on the way, things and stuff. And Mr. Zombie Brush, what you up to, man? I know I gave him the shout out. I don't know if I mentioned it, but if you guys aren't following Zombie Brush, also pop on over there, hit that follow button, show some hobby love. He's been working on some awesome Rust Point terrain from old faithful DRD, and he's been giving it a really awesome cell shaded paint job. He's taken some of our affordable terrain and giving it a 10 out of 10 style paint job, giving it a lot more effort than most people do. It's been pretty awesome to see him work. Nice. But yeah, it's been pretty awesome watching you post updates. You've been killing it on the building and social media. Like, if I'm honest, hair. We couldn't ask for more out of helping support a streamer, man. You've done everything. You put an awesome paint job on the building. You've posted on social media. You've tagged us. You went above and beyond with the cool freehand and kept us involved. And it's been pretty awesome to watch. I do hope that you've been enjoying it. And I know that I've been working closely with you recently and Steiner Miniatures. But I haven't seen Steiner as much recently. He might have been on, I just missed it, but I hope he's doing well. I'm not always able to check in on everybody, but I do try. And we'll definitely be curious to see how you tackle Hex City in the future, whenever that comes to fruition. And I'm pretty excited to see you play some games too. Painting terrain is one thing, being able to actually play on the terrain's another. Those two are all together. So I'll be curious to see how your games go. I feel like you said something about, was it Kill Team or Necromunda? Or was it Warcry? I've seen all three of those recently. But basically you were talking about a smaller scale game. Okay. Yeah, I haven't caught up with them. Not that I catch up with most people, because I stream during the day, and most of you guys stream evenings or after I'm gone and at work. So, I've got these, like, teal and jade beads in this beard. Any other colors you guys think would go well with these? Yeah! Infinity would be a good one. I wasn't sure if you were into that game. I think some Infinity cel-shaded tags would be right up your alley. Okay. Hey, Holtby, how you doing, man? Were you wanting a stream shout out, or were you just trying to shout out hi? What's up? Got a little itch on my leg. Hey, well, hello, Mr. Holtby80. How are you doing? Redeeming a shout out to say hello. Well, hello. Hello. How are you doing? How's your hobby times? What you been up to? How is life? Hey, thank you, Colby. I appreciate that, man. Glad you like them. I was hoping to be a little bit further along today than I am, but missing a few streams last week set us behind. Not that I have any, strict guide or deadlines on them. I just was hoping to be a little bit further along than I am. Thank you. I don't think they're perfect, but I'm happy with them. I do still need to figure out what other colors I could use for some of these beads and stuff. I mean, I really like the green and the jade, but like, is there another color I should do, or is that repetitive color fine? I thought it might be a purple, or maybe red, maybe blue. Some ideas. If you guys got any, let me know. I want to refrain from yellow, but some of those other colors could work. And thank you, Zombie. I appreciate that. I was using the Slow Fuse Pro Aqua paints, Mounting Hobbies Pro Aqua paints, and also trying Jason Craze's Wonder Woman skin tutorial. Try something new. Yeah, but he's already got so much amber on his beard. I don't want to have more red stuff. That said, I was kind of thinking having this gemstone here be red, but I'm talking about the beads. I'm looking at those as less gems and more like just rocks and stones. So kind of want to, I don't know, for whatever reason I like the jade on them. But I think the purple might look good. Purple or blue, but I want to stay away from yellow or orange because his beard is so prominent with that. Yellow, maybe. Orange, probably not. But even then, I don't know if I mean some yellow, maybe. I could splash a little yellow here and there, maybe. I don't know. Yellow might be fine. I think purple might be good too. We'll see. Yeah. Not that too many people are going to ever see the back of them, but I'll paint these little bead things in his hair nonetheless. that's going to be that bright. Let's brighten this up too. Nice. Yeah, this is the Grudge resin bust from Reaper. I tried finding it on their website the other day, could not get it to show up, but this is from Reaper Miniatures. I don't do a lot of fantasy minis, not that I have a problem with them, it just doesn't happen. I'm more of a sci-fi guy, and even when I was doing commissions, it was mostly sci-fi stuff. I've done some fantasy stuff for Eagle Eye here, DD minis, and I've done some stuff for Wheels for Age of Sigmar / Warhammer Fantasy. But that's about it, I think. No, I take it back. No, I think that was Austin. Austin painted a Dritz model for somebody. That was when we were Brush for Hire. Yeah, that's a Reaper model. I had the top to it. Hang on. It's it says it's a resin bust model. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't have any issues with it. I think I know what you're talking about with their plastic stuff. I think that's the bones. I think it's the big deal. When it comes to Reaper, though, I typically get their metal stuff. I'm not as big a fan of the plastic, and I like metal minis. Now, they do chip and whatnot, obviously, but I like the feel of a metal mini.
Gift. I was like, Mama, your birthday presents are well. I already got your gift.
Justin,
Mom?
I need to interrupt you just one
For
second.
what?
Darren Knight is coming to the Comedy Zone.
Okay.
That Southern Mama.
Southern Mama.
Okay.
Would you be willing to rearrange your schedule to go with us on Sunday night?
I'm not going out in public anywhere. Not with COVID stuff. It's not worth it.
I know it's going to be limited.
It doesn't matter. Like, Dave Chappelle just got COVID, and he has been social distancing at all his shows, and he's huge. It's not worth it. I'm not doing anything in public, and if I put myself at risk, Austin's not going to want me to go to work.
Okay.
So.
All right.
Yeah, the D&D stuff is predominantly what I'm familiar with for Reaper. I mean, their minis are so affordable for that, for sure. Yeah, because you backed the Kickstarter, didn't you? Yeah, how many minis are you going to end up with? You have fun painting all that, man. Is that your half, or is that total and you're splitting it? Oh yeah, that's a lot of minis, man. We gotta get you on that airbrush game. Well, we gotta get you using it, man. Start banging out those minis. All right. Let's caffeinate. Okay. And also, let's dry out these shoulders. Okay. Let's grab just a little dribble of this. Don't need a lot. Do you have access to an FDM printer? Hey, Gamer Dad, what's up, man? Been a while. How you doing? How's life? If you guys aren't following Mr. Gamer Daddy and see here on Twitch, pop on over, hit that follow button, show some hobby love. And yeah, I feel you, man. And yeah, this is it's not something I do a lot of. I've only ever painted one bust, so this is new to me. Well, at least by the time he's walking, you're gonna have some big guns from picking him up, carrying him around. A little bit of kiddo workout there. It's like a human-sized 10-pound dumbbell. Lug them around, do the dad duties, get muscles.
Armor alert!
Oh shit, getting a little raid from Mr. Zelicons here. If you guys aren't following Zelicons, you're interested in checking out some Gunpla stuff, check out his stream, hit that follow button, show some hobby love. Let him know what's up. That might explain why I've not seen you on Twitch as much. Them dad duties. And we also just had a conference call with Duff a couple days ago. Sounds like we're going to be helping out with some sponsoring something he's working on. Thank you, Zelicons. I appreciate that, man. What were you working on today? And Gamer Dad, I'm glad the kiddo is doing well. I'm sure that was a scary time.
Chosen.
Also, thank you for the sub, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. That puts us at 33 subs. 33. Number 33. Thank you. I appreciate that. Good. Yes, you got your kiddo, and Daft's got his little one. Though that was pre-COVID, but he was still very, very little. Seems like all you guys are popping out babies. Alright, pretty happy where that's at. What up, Daft Daft? Speaking of the Daft, here he has arrived. Alright, so I'll let those stand for now. We were talking about doing some yellow beads, purple beads. Let's grab purple and yellow here. Okay. Yeah, we were talking about all my friends having babies. All you guys are popping them out. Okay. How you been doing, Mr. Daft Daft? Alright, let's see how this goes. I've got these particularly thin this time. Yeah, it's probably gonna take a second coat for sure's. Which means that yellow is probably gonna take multiple coats. That, or let's put a little bit more purple in here. You might want to get that checked, man. That don't sound like a good thing to be dealing with. Yeah, those turned out a little bit better. Okay, let's grab a little bit of yellow here. I did. I said you might want to get that checked. That doesn't sound good. I know I'm not as big a fan of that yellow. It just is not looking the way I want it. But we've got some yellow sprinkled in. I think for the remaining ones, I'll probably dip into the purple and the blue. I think those will look good together. Probably go over that yellow with a little bit of my brown ink just to tone it down a smidge. Yeah, it's not good, man. I did see your post about going and getting a sleep study. Are you talking about the Song of Ice and Fire stuff? Nice. Yep. I remember vaguely when that came out, but not a big Game of Thrones fan. Not that I have anything against it, just never got into it. So wasn't my jam. Okay. Okay. Missed that one down here. Okay. Let's grab a little bit of my... Is it down here? I'm looking for walnut brown. There it is. Okay. Where's my whites? There it is. Okay. Still not quite as bright as I want it. The blue was. The jade, not so much. That is better, I think. Let's see how the purple fares over here. Oh yeah, that's fine. Alright, we'll grab some of that purple first. Actually, it might not quite be as bright as I wanted either. Huh. Looked a lot lighter than it was. Alright, let's try that again. Okay, a little bit of baby blue. Actually, there's a purple bead. If I enter that one, so I could probably hit that too. Yeah. There we go. Grab some more of that blue. You tell him, Bella. Whoever it is, whatever the mailman's doing. Hey, Embassy, how you doing? What's up, Leaf and Jinxed? How are you? If you guys aren't following Miss Jinxed Art here on the Twitch, pop on over, hit that follow button, show a little hobby love. Let her know what's up. Just starting the day. Just starting the day. I feel you on that. Granted, I've been up a little bit longer, but in California time, you're getting up about the time that I was getting up. Nice. Embassy, how'd the session go? Warming numb pinkies with a cup of coffee. Coffee sounds great. Interesting. Very cool. Well, if you guys got any pictures you want to showcase with us, I highly encourage you to throw in some Instagram links if you got it. Tag me in those posts if you want me to see them and comment on them, even when I'm not online. And even if you want to be even more awesome, I highly encourage you guys to throw up some photos on our Discord and or our Facebook group. Trying to get all the social media things popping. Alright, so I was working on these. Let's grab our big brush. Hey, get a little treat for the dog in a moment. Take a quick peek. Very cool, man. I dig the bright green you got going on right here. Very cool. Nice conversion work going on. That's pretty sweet, man. Nice. I agree with the embassy, though. Gotta hate on the Death Guard because they're gross. Oh, yeah. I understand you on that one. It's been a little bit difficult to do much anything. I might have missed it because I got real focused on stuff. Did Zelicons ever say what he worked on today? What's up, Glenn Wolf? How you doing, man? How is your day? That's not good, man. I hope your head starts feeling better. That's no bueno. On the bright side, at least we'll have some game session time this week as well. Just throw my paper towel on the floor. Nonchalant, like that. Okay. Still can't wait for you to get a computer. I know I keep hounding on it, but it's gonna be awesome, man. We played some BattleTech last night with or MechWarrior Online last night with several of us, and it was a lot of fun. Looking forward to being able to connect with you. Okay. I'm reasonably happy with that. move this guy before he gets hit with some freaking paint spatter. Really got weird places to put him. Let's just slide you guys on over. Surprised it hasn't happened here. Well, good. That's exciting to hear. I haven't played since the other night when we played, and it was awful. Played by myself against the computer and got obliterated. Not computer, sorry, against the real people. I'm not very good at that game. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like how that blue's turned out on his little shoulder pads there. I think that's cool. Okay. A little bit of some steel. Thank you, Jinxed. I appreciate the compliment. I'm trying to do right by it. Some things on I'm not 100% on. There's other things where I'm like, all right, yeah, I got a pretty good thing going on here. But I think it's one of those cases where most of the time we're never happy with what we do. We can try and be, but there's always gonna be that one thing, that we're like, I could have done that better, and that's kind of where I'm at. There's always a little things I feel like I could do better on, but trying to kind of push that aside and just be happy with what I got going on here, what I'm working on, and move on. That's what I'm trying to do. Yep. But we'll see how I feel when this guy is 100% done. I might have a better opinion of him. We'll see. Did you get your kitty cat assembled? Very cool. Well, I'm sure you'll find some kind of interesting base. I feel like you kind of do that. You end up with like very different materials that you work with, so I'm sure you're gonna have a pretty cool piece when it's done. I need just a little dribble of this paint. Gotten a little bit of gray on that strand of hair. Okay. Probably a few other places I want to touch up before it's all said and done, but pretty cool. Alright guys, I think I'm going to take a step away here, empty the bladder, stretch your legs, and grab a few treats for the dog. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with where this is at right now. I think that is looking pretty neat. Probably come back and lay down some silver bits on the rest of the armor and so forth, and just start blocking in some stuff. That's it, guys. Take a quick break. If you guys worked on anything you'd like to showcase, throw up those links, throw some stuff up in our Facebook and Discord, and we'll check it out when I get back. Hang on, Bell Bell. Alright. We got some treats for you from Embassy, Dragon, and Clan Wolf. You're stepping all over my stuff. You can't wait just a second? Yeah, I can't wait, Justin. I want my treats. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. What's up, Snoopy? How you doing, man? You got another one. You got one more. See, that was Embassy. Yep. Now it's Dragon, and then Clan Wolf. Clan Wolf gave you one. Gimme. Happy puppy? Do a happy puppy? The pretty girl. Give me pretty puppy. Oh. Pretty puppy. Hey, what's up, Dagoon? How you doing? I love you. That was it. That was all your treats for today. That was all three. That was all three. You sad, dog, now? You sad, puppy? You sad? You got all your treaties. You got all your treaties. You wanna say bye? Say bye to them? Just you gotta go back to painting. I gotta go back to painting. I do. Yum, 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 yum. Scratch. Wanna tell him? Say thank you. Thank you. I love you. I love you, pretty girl. You don't ever play with me. You don't even give me no treaties. Bye. Okay. So let's put a glove on again, just so I don't mess up my pretty model that I'm working on. Okay. Boop. And I think we are now going to work on some silver stuff. We'll lay down some metallics on the shoulder plates, get that going, see what we can't tackle before the end of the stream. That still might not be dark enough silver. Okay, so that was 1 to 1. Let's try putting 3 more drops of black in. Okay, that was a little bit more than 3. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm glad you like it. I've been putting a lot of effort into him. I'm hoping that he turns out good. That is my hope. Okay. We'll see if I can get the
Squad morale restored.
Hey, Kiriti, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's no good, Dagoon, but at least you won a game. Maybe he'll fare better next time. And Zombie, thank you. I think the jade and the kind of green tint of that really contrasts well. I threw in some other colors. I'm not super sold on the yellow that I put in, but it is better, I think, than just having all green and teal, which is kind of where I was leaning because I really like how it looked. But I think the variety added something. Was the color choice perfect? I don't know. Or if the color choice was right, maybe my execution wasn't very good with that particular color. Maybe I should have done the yellow a little different. I don't know. Purple's not super vibrant, but I'm okay with it. I think that the blue-green, the teal, the jade, that right there kind of carries it a little bit and stands out, and I'm generally okay with it right now. Okay. Yeah, I agree. Nice little difference there. I also really think that like red and green, red and jade, those pair really well together. I also think purple and yellow and purple and green pair well together too, but in this case my yellow was not well executed. But it is what it is. Alright, so let's flip this over here and get some of the chainmail on his back here.
Squad morale restored.
That dude Henry, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Okay. I don't think his chainmail back here has to be super duper nice. Just needs a little hint of metallic to it because this is the back of the model where it's meant to be dark. So I kind of think some of this being on the dark side, no pun intended, is probably fine. Okay. So let's grab some more of this. It is a paint shaker indeed. I got the a vortex mixer. Mixes up the paints. Something like that, but not that one. There's so many of them on here now. There we go. This is the one that I have. No problem at all. No problem at all. I'm always down to try and help. Help. Where? There it is. That. Did not mean to have that stray brushstroke. Not want metallic on his skin. Okay. Okay. I keep losing this thing. Where I keep putting it? There. Yes.
Squad morale restored.
Hey, Casual Painter, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you popping in and hanging out with us today. I hate when I do that. It's a problem. Hey, thank you. Appreciate that. It's from Reaper Miniatures. They don't make a lot of busts, but when I saw this, I had to have it. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, casual I do. Paint Battletech, 40k, Infinity. I paint a little bit of everything. I was working on this guy as a palette cleanser because I had just finished up some Battletech stuff. I finished up another Lance and wanted a palette cleanser. Also, so the stream didn't have to see me painting the same types of things over and over, which inevitably happens. Especially if I pick up a commission or two, they'll see me work on the same minis for a long time. So in this case, I tried to finish up that Battletech Battletech Lance that I was working on for myself, and do a little something different afterwards. Just change it up. But yeah, I'm a Battletech fan. I'm also in the canon. My character is officially real. Justin Cloud Hall is made his first appearance in Hour of the Wolf, recent book that released. Thank you. Not all my stuff is likely to be that style because it's very time consuming, but currently that's what I was working on. Nice. What is it? Modius or Modifius or Morpheus or something. The official game. Or this is not a test. Yeah, okay. Let's say there's a couple options out there. One of the guys from Death Row Designs does this is not a test stuff. But I also work for, in my day job, or sort of night job, I work for Death Row Designs. We make laser cut terrain for miniature games. Mm-hmm. I'll come back over and we'll do a couple passes with that that dark silver glaze we got going on here and continue to push the depth as we can.
We are the Emperor's chosen.
Hey, Nissiu, thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that. We'll update our sub goal in just a moment. And Casual Painter, do you have an Instagram? I mean, clearly you were looking at mine, but do you have a personal page that you post minis to? Or hobby progress? Yeah. Take a little peek peek. Update our sub goal real fast. Puts us at 34 out of 50. Alright. See some Battlefleet Gothica or Gothic. What is this? Oh man, the Elder Scrolls game that I've never played with the dragons. This is what it makes me think of. Got us an NCR trooper here, or sniper. Nice. Yeah, very cool, man. Neat. And getting into a little 40k, a little bit of historical minis there. The guy kind of looks like a little mini Witcher. Got that hair going on. Yeah, these are pretty cool, man. Thank you for sharing and popping by. I hit that follow button. Give you a little bit of support here. Very cool. Yeah, the base is looking dope. Oh, shit. I thought he was standing on, like, tree roots. That's a demon. Nice. Very cool. Is that Infinity? No, it's Fallout as well. That totally looks like it could have been Infinity, though. It looks like it could have been a Ariadne model. Yeah, very nice, man. Very cool. Oh, it's nice to see what you guys are getting up into for your painting. I am digging how this guy's looking. He is he's really come together. I'm gonna get any metallic stuff anywhere I don't want it. Yeah, I think the metallic is looking really neat. Yeah. Casual Painter, I have been on Twitch for be 4 years in August this year. So over 3 years right now. Yep. Clan Wolf. Is that... Who's that for? That's a really cool model, man. Also, Embassy, I really dig your conversion, and the looks like Hydra Flak tanks count as, or World War II tanks of some sort. And Lando, loving seeing the progress too. I would take some time to put these on screen, but I don't have a lot of time, and I want to get a little bit more done on this. Leaf back. It is, what's up, Tyfix? How you doing, man? It is from Monument. If I could actually spell. There we go. Monument Hobbies. Pro Acro. So I'm currently using a little bit of their metallic medium. It says metallic medium, but I use it because it's like basically white silver. And I'm using their regular silver, and I'm using their dark silver, and these are all various levels of mixed on the palette here. Here, and these two. And I'm using a little bit of their coal black to darken up the silver just a smidge. I do use Vallejo stuff as well. I've got Vallejo here. I've got Scale. I've got Army Painter, which I don't use much of it these days. I've got Citadel. I got Green Stuff World. I got some Winsor Newton stuff. I've got Reaper. But my go-to for most of my colors is Pro-Acryl, and I supplement as needed with other paints. And actually, let's just point ahead here for what I'm about to try and do, as it could fail. You're welcome. And this is also this was a project piece for me because I wanted to. I've had my deal with Monument Hobbies since before they broke out on their own for having their own program. I was a creature creator, one of the guys from Creature Caster, or one of the sponsored people, and I've had the Pro Aqua paints for a while and just have not used them like I should have. And with this bust, I wanted to use as much of their paint as possible to force me to try new things. That is kind of what my goal was here. I didn't use only their stuff, but I did use mostly their stuff. Used a little bit of Green Stuff World inks on some of the areas on his face. And then I've been using a little bit of Vallejo Black because I find the Monument Hobbies Black to be a little bit on the gray side. And it is listed as coal black, which kind of explains why I might have a little hint of gray to it. You know, so I've used a little bit of the Vallejo to supplement, but otherwise, mostly their stuff. And I've also used some Green Stuff World, Vallejo Glaze Medium, and you know, some Liquitex Gloss Varnish to supplement as well. But for pure paints, been mostly theirs for this project. Right now I'm just kind of pushing some shadows to force these panels up a little bit. I want it to be darker as we get over here, and I want this areas to be light. So playing around with glazing and stuff like that right now. Clan Wolf, I've got just a standard one. I don't know where I got it, and I've got the Army Painter one. They both work fine. And the dude Henry says, is it easier to go dark to light or light to dark? Like, should I try to prime in darker colors? So when I prime, I usually do a zenithal. So I'll have dark on the bottom, and I'll spray light from the top. So we get a transition, a gradient from dark to light. And if you really, really want to push it, you could even do black, gray. So black from the bottom, gray from the side, white from the top, something like that. So you get that gradient. And you could do that with different colors. You could use some neutral colors, flesh tones, things of that nature. It depends on what it is that you want to do. But sometimes you will build up to light, and sometimes you'll start with light and build down to the dark shadows, like white. You might start with white and build into the shadows. You can build up, but if you start at the top and work your way down, and then just supplement for the high point as necessary for touch-ups with white, it's a little easier sometimes because white is a pain in the ass to work with. With this, I started with a base. I built up to light a little bit, and then I went down and pulled the shadows, and I kind of went back and forth. So I'm sliding kind of a scale. And finding where I like what it is. And like right here, I didn't like the shadows, so I came in and pushed more shadows. And at the end, if I'm not real happy, I'll come in and push a little bit more of a highlight. So it's going to be kind of depend on what colors you're working with and the process you want to go with and how much time you want to spend. So like over here, I built up to kind of a light area, but I want to put some dark right here and here to push that up so it looks brighter and a higher, brighter highlight. So yeah, I think generally I start dark to light though, especially if I'm doing, like if I was doing a tank or something, I might start with the dark areas and build up and then hit the highlights with the airbrush. And then if I found that the transition wasn't quite what I want, I could come in with a shadow color and spray the underside of the shadows, just like I would do here, build up to the light and then push the shadows as necessary or build up the highlights. So you kind of choose a process that works for you and then supplement at the end based on what you want. I don't know if that really helps you, but it's a little bit of case-by-case basis. And Casual Painter, it's my bedtime, so I have got to go. Take it easy. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for sharing your work as well. I appreciate that. And so right here, I'm trying to make it dark next to his beard, because I want the beard to be a little bit higher. So if you're thinking of layers, like Photoshop layers, I want the beard to be on a higher layer than that armor below it. So I'm putting a little bit of a shadow, or pushing more of a shadow right here, so it stands out above the armor plate, and also maybe even cast a shadow down onto it, because I want it to be up, and I want to push this down. So pushing that shadow right there is going to help me, hopefully, do that. I'm also coming in and doing kind of like a opposite of a highlight and hitting the bottom of these rivets with that black glaze I've mixed up, just so that it pushes the shadow on the underside and helps the light portion at the top look a lot brighter. You might see this sometimes when someone's doing pin washing or black lining. You may see this similar type of thing because it helps make areas pop. And I've got black down, and then I've got a little bit of glaze medium that I've mixed up. And I'm just coming in once I've got the paint kind of where I want it and feathering the edges and moving it around. Helps break up having a hard edge. I don't do so well with hard edges, hard color transitions. Some people do. There's some people that would take this and they would know exactly where to draw a straight hard line to make that edge. I'm not good at visualizing that, so I try and feather a lot of my shadows. But that's just to mask my inadequacies, if I'm honest. But I'm never going to get good at these things if I don't continue to practice, so the more I get comfortable, the more I try and push colors and shadows and stuff like I'm doing here. Oh, very cool. It's not super thick, but I use that. It just looks kind of like, I'll just put some right here on the desk for you. It's pretty thin. I actually thin it down a little bit more. I put a little bit of water in it. Fail, fail, fail again. Fail until you get it right. And then at that point, it's not really failing. It's just stepping stones on the path to greatness and knowledge. You have to be willing to risk failure if you want to succeed. And your failures really aren't failures so long as you're learning from them and trying to continue to progress. And some people get discouraged, and I understand. I used to as well, but you know, you're never going to get stuff right the first time, most of the time. What you can do and what you can control is how you adapt to your not succeeding and what you do to combat that and give yourself the best chance of doing better next time. You can control that, so making sure you pick up a paintbrush and continue painting is a surefire way to ensure that you have odds of success in your favor. If you aren't painting, you're not going to get better. So... And I've changed tactics on this from some of the areas that I was on. I was trying to put some like colors in the shadows before, and that's something that James Wapple does a really good job with. I'm terrible at it, so I stopped trying to push that on this model. It's not in the cards, I don't think, because I'm not good at it. And by putting in some of that black, we kind of make it look like his chainmail has kind of a ripple to it. It has a little bit of a curve, but I wanted to accent those, so let's push in some of the shadows. I've not used Liquitex Slow Dry blending medium, but I've heard of Slow Dry. It's probably similar to a drying retarder of some sort. I do mix up a little bit of Flow Improver and drying retarder in my paint water, or my dropper bottle for my mixing water. So that probably does help. I would not recommend Citadel Contrast Medium, which is... sorry, I'm thinking of Lamian Medium. As you get more comfortable using products, you will probably find things that do the same things that their Contrast Medium and their Lamian Medium do for you cheaper. Like, this thinner medium from Vallejo I think was less than $10, right? A bottle of GW Lamian Medium, which last I bought it was in one of these, was like $4 or $5, you know. And the size difference is astounding. This is 2.2 ounces. I have no idea what's in this thing, but it's just a better value compared to GW. There's nothing wrong with GW. Just as you learn, as you're open-minded to new products, you're going to find stuff you like that works better. Oh, that's not good. That is not good at all. I think we've all been there. I've definitely for sure had my fair share of paint bottles blast open on me as I was trying to get paint out of them. And we have fast approached our sign-off time today, folks, and I've actually ran over. Having such a fun time working on this guy that I've ran over, but I do have to get ready to go here in just a few minutes because I gotta go to work. And as I mentioned before, I do work for Death Row Designs, and if you guys want to help support what I do, consider picking up some products there. Not only does it help keep me employed because I work there, but anyone who uses that Get Amped 10 coupon code saves 10%, and 10% of whatever you spend gets given back to me in the form of a bonus check. So it helps me pick up paint supplies, paintbrushes, models, things that I need for the stream. Leafback, I think GW has good paints. I don't think there's necessarily a problem with them most of the time. I just think they're very expensive for what you get. For comparable products from Scale 75, from Proacryl, from Green Stuff World, other than Army Painter, which is very affordable and not the best quality, but very affordable. Other than those, all those are reasonably good and similarly priced or better priced. So, like, the cost of one of these from Proacryl is equal to or less than one of these, and you get more volume and a dropper bottle. You know, so I think these are $4. I think. I got a coupon code for them as well. So anyone who uses Citadel, I got no problem with it. I got a desk full of stuff. I love their their technical compounds are great. So like their dry brush stuff, their crackle paint, their special effects. Like this is a great paint for doing glow effects. Their washes are great, but it's one of those when you get in solid colors, unless you need a 100% color match. There's plenty of other brands and companies you can go to that give you a similar product for similar or better prices. GW brushes are okay. I think they're overpriced for what they are. I think there are better priced products that are a similar or better quality. So like Pro Acryl, I use, I've been getting very comfortable using some of their larger synthetic brushes. This is what's one of the ones Sam Lins recommends. It's a size 6 synthetic. And I've torn it up. The bristles are curling and whatever, but that's what it's for. And then I have like my $20 or $25, whatever it was, Raphael 8404. I use this for detail stuff, which is on him. You won't see me pull this out very often. But on stuff like this, yeah. But I'm using 2 different brushes for 2 different jobs on the same model. There's stuff that I'll do with this I won't do with the other one because it's going to tear it up. So you'll see me doing a lot of more vigorous blending with this that I won't do with the 8404 because I don't want to mess it up. And the 8404 is a Kolinsky Sable natural hair brush. This is synthetic. And this is cheaper than GW stuff. I think this is like a $4 or $5 brush. And you can still get even cheaper synthetics at Hobby Lobby. I don't use those. I have a little bit of a standard, but even then, Sam Lins has picked up poo-poo brushes from Hobby Lobby, and he's painted masterpieces with it. So a lot of it comes down to your skill, and if you have skill, you can overcome an inadequate tool. But if you have skill and a quality tool, you're giving yourself the best odds for success. Do I think you need to go out and spend $25 on a Kolinsky Sable brush? No, probably not. But I do think that what GW charges for their like artificer brush, that's supposed to be their detail brush, you're better off spending that money if you were going to buy it anyway on a competitor's product for the same price or cheaper and get something better. And same thing when you're comparing like synthetics and stuff like these two GWs. I think these are a way to go, and not just because I'm sponsored air quotes by Monument. I was on the fence and didn't want to use these, and then I tried it because Sam Lins recommended it and I like it. I don't like this one, which is their Baumwick Det Cord, which is their synthetic Kolinsky Sable. It's supposed to be like faux, it's fake, to mirror the Kolinsky Sable. That I didn't like it. It curled on the first session, and I didn't like it. This surprised me. And then I use a lot. I didn't use it on him today, but I use a lot of their igniters, which are their natural hair brushes, which are cheaper than GW or a lateral at the very least, and better quality in my opinion. The other big thing is brush care, making sure you know how to take care of your paint brushes. You can take shitty brushes and make them last for a very long time if you take care of them and clean them properly. The other thing is having the right tool for the job. So like I have these I've been playing with. These are not super cheap, but it's a fun little thing to check out and try. And then you can buy cheap dry brushes from the store from Hobby Lobby, but I also have a few of these Army Painter dry brushes with the bevel tip. I really love those. There's some of my favorite go-tos for targeted dry brushing, but it's the right tool for the job. Do you need a $7 or $8 dry brush? No. Can you use it on certain tasks? Sure. But everything has a specific use or tool. So like this one came out of like a $5 pack of brushes from Hobby Lobby. It does have a use, but and this is very extreme to push the point, but this one is more targeted. This one's more large surface area. So having the right tool for the job. Some people get wrapped up in brand loyalty, which I get some of that. But some people they put blinders on and they're unwilling to try things outside of GW's purview, and they really limit themselves. Now, the flip side is GW products are very easily attained, usually, because there's a local store that has them and whatnot. That's why I started supplementing with Vallejo. If I just needed a basic black, I couldn't justify going and paying for the price that GW wanted for a less amount, and I would get Vallejo stuff. And it used to be cheaper. It used to be $3.99 at Hobby Lobby, and I'd use a 40% off coupon and buy singles every time I went up to that end of town. But to supplement, so I'll still buy GW for specific things, but it's not my one-stop shop. For people who are new to the hobby, they look at it that way, and I get it. I used to be that way too. But being open-minded, trying new products is a good thing. You won't know what you like until you know what you like, and you won't know what you like unless you try new stuff. So, that said, that is the end of the stream. And before we sign off today, we got a few things to tackle. First and foremost, Sentimental Minis. Thank you for that raid. I appreciate you popping in today. I'm sorry that you caught me when I was signing off. I'm sitting here talking to the dude Henry about products and things that he may want to use or consider or try out. And I kind of ran over all my rant about that. So we are going to be picking a raid target today, and I appreciate you coming in nonetheless. I hope your stream went well, and while I'm looking for a raid target, if you want to talk about what you worked on today and or throw an Instagram link up, feel free to do so. Give you a little bit of time to show off what you worked on, and if you do have a picture of what you worked on today, I'll be happy to take a peek real quick before we get offline. So let me know. All right, let's see. Yeah, I think we're gonna head on over to Studio J7 today. If you guys happen to go over in that raid to Studio J7, please hit that follow button, spam some emotes, and let him know who sent you. He's good people, and I think you'll enjoy his stream. Oh, very cool, very cool. That's what I'm working on today. It's from Reaper 2. It's one of the Grudge resin busts. They don't do a lot of busts, but this is one of the ones I got. Yep. Really digging him and enjoying how he looks. Alright guys, so once again, we are here at the end of the stream. Thank you, I appreciate that. I've been working hard on them. I wanted a palette cleanser and to try something a little bit different than what we were working on previously. With that said, folks, we are here at the end of the stream. As I said before, we're going to be sending a raid on over to Studio J7. If you guys happen to go over there in that raid, hit that follow button, spam some emotes, and let them know who sent you. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for keeping me company, and I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. It's been a little bit tough lately. It's been hard to get motivated. I'm not sleeping good. Anxiety, depression, those things are really starting to weigh on me. I don't know why. It's just a thing, and sometimes it's a struggle to get up and get moving. But I get on here, and as I start going and you guys start talking to me, it does help. So thank you. Not only am I putting on a little bit of a show and hanging out with you guys, you're there for me, and I appreciate it. So hopefully you guys are enjoying yourself. Hopefully you're getting some hobby progress in, and hopefully you'll be tuning in tomorrow to continue hanging out with me and showing me what you've worked on. But as always, before we end our stream, I'm going to try, even if it is quick and to the point, to leave you guys with some positive notes, as we always do. So kind of the theme of what we talked about today was not only working on this, but getting comfortable with new products, trying new things, being confident, picking up a paintbrush, and working on something. I highly encourage you guys, when you have the time, pick up that paintbrush, put paint to model, be positive, be motivated, be driven. We make the mistake all too often in our lives that we get so focused on that light that may be at the end of the tunnel. We get so focused on the destination, the finish line, that we forget to look out of our windows and enjoy the scenery while we're along for the ride. If you only focus on the end result, and you're going to spend weeks, months, a year working on a project, and the only thing that gives you satisfaction or gratification is the moment you cross that finish line, you risk hobby burnout. Dreadfully so. You risk that. It's something that is very apparent. Take a moment to take a step back and enjoy the process. Enjoy trying new things. Enjoy looking at your mini that you're working on. Like this guy. Every step of the way, I'm trying to find little things that make me happy and make me feel motivated. I'm like, hey, I'm pushing shadows. I'm trying harder on his flesh tones and doing this on these beads and trying new techniques. Trying to focus on what it is I'm doing in the moment and not just on getting him done. I want him finished. I'll be very excited and relieved when he is done. But if I wasn't taking that time to enjoy the little things that I'm working on here, the things I'm trying to learn and progress on, I would be burning myself out. This is a hobby that we can all share. It could be a lifelong experience, something we can all enjoy for many years to come. It could be our form of self-release, our catharsis. It could be our way to express ourselves through our art. Don't allow it to become something that you hate. If you do feel like you're hitting that burnout, if you do feel like you're getting stressed out over this, take a step back and reflect. Figure out what you need to do to find your hobby center. Maybe you need to work on a different mini altogether, work on some different details, change your approach, change your scope. Maybe instead of working on a whole army, you work on a unit or a single model. Maybe instead of painting all the bolt guns and all 100 Space Marines, you paint 10 bolt guns and 10 shoulder pads. You do a few decals. You change it up. It may be less efficient, but it helps keep your palette refreshed and keeps you motivated to try new things because you're seeing different little tidbits of your project that are all slowly to come together like a puzzle. So don't allow yourself to become burnout and make those changes as you need to. One of the things that I cannot stress enough is to consider the narrative. Every piece that you pick up has battles they've taken part in, a universe they hail from, accolades they've attained, a name. What are those to you? In a reality, in a world, in a place right now that seems so far beyond and outside of our control, this is somewhere where you do have control. As Bob Ross would say, this is your world. You are the creator. One brushstroke at a time, you can forge a narrative of your choosing. What will that narrative be for you? And as you forge that narrative, paint those models and continue on your hobby quest, your hobby journey, I highly encourage you guys to get out there when it's safe to do so and mingle with other artists, other gamers. Go to your local shop, support them, support the other people that are there. Play games and enjoy that social interaction. Enjoy in figuring out what their narrative is and your narrative is. And when you get to play, enjoy the clash, the story that your models create there on the tabletop in front of you. You may only get to play those games with that person one time. But don't get so lost in the gameplay mechanics and the winning that you forget what's important. Enjoying that social interaction, enjoying forging that narrative. Get on social media. Blast your art. Blast the pictures of what you're working on. Be positive. Be confident. Be happy about what you are working on. Because I promise you right now, someone is... They're swiping through their social media feed and they're down. They're depressed. They're not motivated to work on minis. There's somebody right now that's swiping through their social media feed who's never heard of Warhammer 40k or Battletech or Reaper or painting or wargaming at all. Your pictures, your posts, the things that you put out there that you broadcast could be the catalyst for change. You could get somebody and help uplift their spirits and help encourage them to pick up that paintbrush. You could be that little spark that ignites a fire in somebody that brings them into this hobby. They could start a journey because they see your post. That won't happen if you're not putting your work out there. There's enough negative shit that we are bombarded with every day, constantly from social media, whether it's politics or some ad trying to get you to buy something. It's a bunch of negative shit. Try and combat that by posting your positive, happy hobby memories, the things that you enjoy, this thing that we all enjoy together. And the thread that connects all these things together, folks, all these statements I'm making is I want to encourage you guys to make sure you're forging memories worth remembering. We don't have a lot of time on this earth. We don't have a lot of time here to do the things we want to do. Let's do them while we can. Let's do them today. There may come a time where you can't game anymore. There may come a time where you can't paint anymore. But those memories you forge, they remain. The minis you paint, those remain. I want you to be able to look at your hobby case with your minis and your armies on display and be able to say, hey, I had fun. I remember this game. I remember that narrative. This is my life, my hobby, the things I enjoy, these narratives, these stories that I created. I want you to be able to have a happy feeling when you look at the things that you have accomplished and done. And as we end today's stream, as we always do, I highly encourage you guys to leave the world a better place than you found it in every sense of that statement. You never know what people are going through in their everyday lives, and it pays to be kind always.
Squad morale restored.
Thank you for that follow. I appreciate that. Those that simply by smiling at someone, making eye contact, holding a door open for somebody, making someone feel like a valued human being can be that difference between a bad day and a good day for those that you engage with. Do not take them for granted. I promise you that you are equipped, you are armed with the tools should you bring them to bear to have a positive impact on others, should you choose to. I highly encourage you guys to sail through this life, leaving positivity and happiness in your wake. There's enough negativity and bullshit in the world. Let's be a part of the solution and not the problem. And as we end today's stream here, folks, we're going to go ahead and step away from my pulpit, kick that soapbox out from under me, and get this raid going off to Studio J7. For those of you who are still here hanging out here and listen to my little sermon that I try and put on every stream when I have some time, thank you. I hope I've brought a little bit of happiness to you, cast a little bit of light in the darkness, and given you a little bit of motivation to spread some hobby positivity and be a hobby ambassador of your own. Let's go ahead and get this raid kicked off to Studio J7. If you guys pop on over there, please spam some emotes, hit that follow button, let them know who sent you. As always, thank you guys so much for keeping me company. I love hanging out with you. I really do appreciate you, but it's time to go. As always, keep rolling those dice, keep painting those models, and I will catch you tomorrow.